decision from the Central Valley, Avenel, California.
All right, what's up, boxing fans? It's Aztec 101. So let's do a post-fight video for Jose Ramirez versus Rances Barthelemy. This fight was on Saturday. It was on DAZN. This fight actually was, kind of a comeback fight for Jose Ramirez, who's trying to be a little bit more active. He hasn't really been active recently, especially since his loss to Taylor, but Ramirez still is a big talent at 140, and because 140 is so stacked, I think it's very important that he gets in front of people. And he actually came out and fought Barthelemy, who's a tough opponent. I mean, you can look back at Barthelemy's performance with Gary Antoine Russell. He gave Gary some problems, man. He gave Gary some problems. And, even though he was stopped in that fight, it's still a controversial stoppage. Go back and watch that fight. Barthelemy was still there. But the point is that in that fight, you could see that Barthelemy was giving some of the same problems to Gary as he was to Jose Ramirez. And I think these are the type of tests that are good. They're good for these fighters. Ramirez needed someone tough in front of him that wasn't going to go away. And for right now, I think Ramirez, with this win, he got the unanimous decision. I think that everyone's kind of in agreement. I don't know if anybody disagrees, but he did get knocked down. Jose Ramirez did get knocked down. I know that they didn't count it as a knockdown, but he did get knocked down. But also Barthelemy did land like 3-4 punches while he was on his knee. So the fact that Ramirez was able, even after that, be able to get back up and be aggressive, I think that even though whatever happened during the knockdown, there wasn't too much damage. Ramirez was able to recover well. He still took some heavy shots at the end of the round against Barthelemy, and then continued on to continue pushing forward. Barthelemy was just not throwing enough punches. He wasn't being active enough. When he was active, though, he was landing some heavy straight lefts on Ramirez. And I think there's some holes in Ramirez's game. I think some of this, though, has to do with ring rust, has to do with not being active. A Ramirez that's active is a Ramirez that is fucking dangerous, man. This guy, when he's active, he's not stopping. He's throwing punches constantly. And an active Ramirez would have taken out Barthelemy, I think, in the 9th round. This would have been a completely different fight. So activity really shows, and it showed on Ramirez. I would like to see him fight more. I would like to see him be more active before challenging any of the top 140 pounders. But, he is a good name for any of the young 140 pounders that do want to pick up a solid name and a solid win. He is available. So, in my opinion, I think he's just another ingredient in what makes the 140 pound division so stacked right now. But I think this was a good fight. It was a good test. It was tough. Rances Barthelemy is a dog, man. This guy's tough. He's very, very tough, and he's an awkward fighter. And I think that you're going to see him, hopefully he continues to fight soon, because even though this was his I think his 3rd loss, he still has 30 wins, 3 losses. That's not that bad. He can continue getting fights with big names. He's very talented. But we'll see what happens with Jose Ramirez. I mean, you guys let me know if there is a fighter that you would like to see Ramirez fight against. Who do you think Ramirez has the best shot at beating at anybody in the top 140 pound division? I mean, I would like to see what a fight. I think this is a good fight between Ramirez and, let's say, someone like Devin Haney, or potentially even Pitbull Cruz. A Pitbull Cruz fight against Ramirez would be an insane barn burner. I mean, this would be fire. I don't think Ramirez is quite ready for that kind of punching power and that kind of activity yet. I mean, that'll be a fight where he's going to need to have several fights before that. So that way, when he goes in there, there's no ring rust. All that's thrown out the window, and he's ready to fight. There's a lot of guys at 140 right now that, I think they're taking a little bit too much time in between fights, and that's mainly Teofimo Lopez. I think that, as Teofimo Lopez stays out of the ring, this is a time for guys like Ramirez to take advantage of that. Take advantage of it. So you guys let me know. What do you think? Who do you want to see Ramirez fight? Is there a fighter that you have in mind? And what do you think about the matchup against Barthelemy? What do you think about the knockdown? Should it have been considered a knockdown? Did he get saved? And do you agree with the decision? Do you think Ramirez won that fight? Because, I did hear that arguably Barthelemy did a lot better than what the judges were giving him credit for. And I got to be honest. I think that is true. I know that Barthelemy was not throwing too many punches, but when he did, they were effective. So let me know. What do you guys think about the fight? This is Aztec 101 in the ring. Leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm out.